Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushton.com. It is Monday, May 24th, 2021. I'm on break from the day job here. Just a very short video today. It's called There's Too Many People Making Music, Paintings, Writing Stories, etc. And I see this all the time. And I don't know, it drives me absolutely crazy, right? So I gotta say something about this. You know, you have less time than you think, right? And so if there's something that you actually want to do in life, maybe you should, get going with it, right? Rather than voicing all these excuses for not getting things done, right? And so these people out there, there's always a few of them in every single, community or group or message board or the comments section. There's always one, maybe some people that sort of agree with that sort of thing. And that is, I can't succeed because there's too many people making music or making crappy music, making paintings, making crappy paintings, writing stories, writing crappy stories and getting them published. So that's there's a little bit of an elitist factor in there too, right? And so ultimately I think what they'd like to see is just, the population reduced by about 90%, right? But then again, you would have an audience. Your audience would be, your potential audience would be decreased by 90%. They haven't thought this out very much, right? They're the type, the glass is always half empty and draining fast, right? And they're always worried that, somebody else is doing something exactly like me. If I can't be a 100% original, then I quit. I mean, they're having a 24/7 existentialist crisis. I don't know. Ultimately, I just think with these people, they're lazy. They don't want to do the work. They're lazy. They're lazy and they don't want to do the work. What are the rules? Yes, here they are. Rule number 7. The only rule is work. The only rule is work. If you work, it will lead to something. It's the people who do all the work all the time who eventually catch on to things. Well, you hope anyway. No, it's not true. People get by because they have rich parents or somebody cheated or something. And what's the other one? What's the other one that I always show? Oh, yes. Let's trot this one out again, just because it's so good. It's the Brian Eno quote here from The Believer magazine, 2011. It's also reprinted in Salon. The interviewer asked Brian Eno, if you could email your 20-year-old self about what was ahead, what would you tell him? Or would you tell him nothing and just let him get on with it? And Eno said, I think I'd say, put out as much as you can. It doesn't do anything sitting on a shelf. My feeling is that a work has little value until you release it, until you liberate it from yourself and your excuses for it. It's not quite finished yet. The mix will make all the difference, etc. Until you see it out there in the world along with everything else, you don't really know what it is or what to think of it, so it's of no use to you. It's a bit wordy, but I love that. I love that quote. That's good. And of course, the only rule is work. The only rule is work. So what do you do with those kind of people? You just have to ignore them. You just have to ignore them and get on with it, right? And have that work ethic. Have that habit. Improve all of your processes. Try to stay motivated as far as your work is concerned. Because otherwise, you start listening to those people and believing them. They just want you to slow down. They want you to slow down because supposedly that's going to get gosh, if you don't submit that to, this literary journal or that Spotify curated playlist or what's the other? What's the other one here that paintings. Oh yeah, if I don't query this particular gallery, maybe I'll be able to get in, right? That's not really a good strategy. You're lazy. You're lazy. You'll never do the work. You have to completely change your attitude. Can you change that person's attitude? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. So it's fine. I'm going right ahead. I'm going down the road. Sorry. If it's the wrong road, I'll come back and go down the other fork. So anyway, that's it for today. Monday, May 24th, 2021. I know, just sort of a rambling little mess here, but it stuff drives me. It's fingernails on the chalkboard, I'm Mark Rushton of MarkRushton.com, and we'll talk to you later.